There's three core words that come to my mind having opened this gateway into the different symbols of the king in Iron John. And these three words are identity, domain, and agency. And you introduced agency a couple times here. And I think that that's actually the shared connection point between identity and domain. And allow me to rope some of these other pieces in here. So when we're talking about stealing the key, one of the core pieces from a psychoanalytical point of view that's necessary for the maturation of the boy psyche into manhood is the separation from the mother, but also the confirmation and validation from the feminine that he is male. And this is an identity piece, right? Not only do I have to be seen as distinct, but distinct and different. And that's a really important piece to remember, that when we steal the key, we introduce the opportunity into our lives to interact with the feminine in a way that she might actually validate. We differentiate through our actions, and that elicits from a healthy, divine, mothering, feminine spirit that validation of maleness. So that's the one hand for identity. The other side is this refusal of the king. No, I will not take my hat off. This is the domain. So although he is the prince, he lives in the kingdom, and the king is the head of the kingdom, authoritarily speaking. What he's doing in this initiation by disobeying or making a choice against the king is he is declaring the boundaries of his own domain, which is an act that we don't actually have defined explicitly in our current culture. It's not clear what a domain is or where the boundaries are for men. And for those listening, a domain, as I use it, is everything we have a right to or a responsibility for. And so the prince has a responsibility to listen to the king, but he also has a right to his own privacy, to keep his hair covered and not be seen as he is. And so there's a conflict between these two, and the initiation is choosing what is a rightful domain at that point in his trajectory. So the identity is in the relationship to the queen. The definition and expansion of domain comes from the refusal of the king. And the intersection of those two is the birth of agency. Who am I and what can I do?